Chav will mark the Hilula of a great Moroccan rabbi. His name was Rav Tzaddik Livracha, a great rabbi of his time. He actually came from great rabbinic auspices. I believe his father's name was Rav David Danino, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Simcha. He was born in English in 1946, I think in a village called Skora in Morocco, respectively. He would learn Torah under the auspices of his uncle, I believe. I think actually came from his mother's side, the brother of his mother, Rav David Swisser, who was a very prominent rabbi. I believe we've mentioned about him on various occasions before. Now, interesting enough, in the year 1957, he would be about, at that stage, nearly around 10, 11 years of age. The family would move to Casablanca over there. And over there, he would learn Torah in the Otsar Hasidim, I think at that point in time, in the Ohalei Yosef Yitzchak, respectively over there, prominent place, I believe, and somewhere else we've mentioned about on this series before. In 1961, the family would end up going to Eretz Yisrael, land of Israel. This was 13 years after the establishment of Medinat Yisrael. He would actually come there. I think the family would actually stop off in various different other places on the way, including in France and also Italy. And then eventually they would be in the area of Ma'alot, I believe, once they arrived. I think that would, similarly at that point in time, he would learn Torah in the Yeshivat Ohalei Shem, I think in Jerusalem. Very interesting. And then in 1963, he would end up learning, he would be 17 years of age, learn in the bastion of the Sephardic Yeshivat in Israel, Yeshivat Porat Yosef, a very great place, high-level Torah learning, and academy where many great rabbis will actually teach and both learn. Come on, in the year 1965, we'll go in the chinuch field, the education field. I think in the Blumenthal of orphanage house, which a place I think we actually mentioned about before, and he would be there for a while. He would be working over there, respectively. Remember this? I'm not too sure on the exact location of this place, but I think we actually visited this place inside this channel during this series that we've actually done at that point in time. Okay, so he would be connected, I think, to the Blumenthal orphanage. I think he worked there for many years. In Shabbat, he would go to various different synagogues, I think, to teach Torah. I think especially in the Katamon neighborhood. Katamon is another place that we've visited in this channel before, so he'll be over there and he would teach young children Torah over there. Come at the year 1966, he would get ordained to the rabbinate over there. At that point in time, he'll be around 20 years of age. I think through Rav Nisim David Azaran, Rabbi Avram Nesher, Rabbi Salomon Chogi Abudi, another great rabbi we actually did a video on, and Rabbi of the famous Dayan, Rabbi Ovadia Hodaya, he would receive rabbinic ordination. And he would start working as a shochet, performing kosher slaughter, also as a mohel, performing circumcision, and various different, in charge of the kashrut inside the city, and the rabbi of that specific vicinity in himself. Now, come at the year 1968, he would be about 22 years of age. He'd get married to his wife, and they would have 4 boys, I believe, and 3 daughters. After he got married, he would start teaching, I think, be part of the yeshiva at Beit Shemuel, and after several years, he would start teaching and learning, be very much part of the Beit Midrash for the Dayanim and the Rabbanim, I think, connected to Rabbi Mansur ben Shimon. This was, remember, Rabbi Mansur ben Shimon came from the great Ben Shimon rabbinic dynasty. Many of the Rabbanim we've spoken about in this series. In 1982, he would come to be, I think, the Rosh of the head of the Chavetz Chaim in Jerusalem, the Pnimit, respectively. And in 1986, he would start to teach in Talmud Torah, Ma'aneh Simcha. And very much, you have a huge part of the Beit Knesset of the community that came from North Africa. I think in the area of Gilah in Jerusalem is a very prominent position where he'd give over Shurei Torah, various different sermons, Torah sermons, and very much be part of the education team and founding different things, and was very much connected with Rabbi Mordechai Dahan of the Beit Midrash of the Chachmat Shlomo, I believe, in the area neighborhood of Gilah. Hopefully we'll visit this area at one stage in time. In 1990, I think his book, Yalkut Eliyahu, will come out. It was in 2 different volumes over there. And then he would actually end up living in the Har Nof neighborhood in Jerusalem, which is a place I actually lived in when I first got married. We're talking about back in the year 2010. Over there will be the Rosh of the Beit Knesset, Ateret Yosef Yitzchak. Over there he would have a Beit Midrash. It will be part of Yechevei Dat, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It will be a Baal Koreh over there, and very much have a connection with the Rishon LeZion, Rav Ovadia Yosef, Hacham Ovadia Yosef, one of the former chief rabbis of Israel, one of the most famous rabbis in recent Jewish history. Now, he passed away on the 28th of Iyar in the year 1998. We're talking about from time of recording 27 years ago. After he passed away, a book would be printed, the Ad Ya'aleh, I believe, in his memory, which had various Hespedim, I think on him, Mamrim, and various different Torah in his memory. So he passed away, we're talking about 27 years ago. He was a great rabbi of his time, and actually happens to be Jerusalem, the Yom Yerushalayim, his Hilula is on. And please don't forget to light candles in memory. Just a few tidbits of highlights which are actually featured in his book. I think in the Yalkut Eliyahu it says, Melamed Tana'im B'Tzedakah, Shiten Miyad B'Simcha U'Meshelo, Hagam She'eno Miutar. It's a nice teaching of his, another teaching we see in one of his books, Sefer Zichron, if I'm not mistaken, Amud Kuf Ayin, Meled Ma'alat Eshet Chayil, Hamishra Shalva, Orav Simcha B'Bayit, the importance of having a good wife and Shalom B'Ayit in of itself. And just one more teaching, Melamed Shumfarnes Banav Ha'oskim B'Torah, Gam Shnatnu Ki Itim L'Torah, the importance of the children having great Torah perpetuated in and among themselves. So very, very interesting. 28th of Iyar is great Rabbi Hilula. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great North African Spanish rabbis of yesteryear. If you descend from any of the great Chachamim we happen to be speaking about, please let me know. I would love to hear more. If you feel anyone's interested in watching these videos, share these videos to other people. Also, we'll really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel now. We're nearing 7,000, a staggering 7,000 members at the moment, which is a phenomenal achievement. So wishing you all well and a Shabbat Shalom, because I'm recording this just before Shabbat Parshat Bahar B'Chokotai Davar the Shabbat here from the city of Beit Shemesh. Wishing you well. Subscribe, please, and friends, wishing you all a great day. Thank you.